to the Lewis and Hardy Show.
Yeah!
Featuring our band, Ben Olson.
Good to see you.
This is Rod Lewis.
How you doing?
And I'm not. And I'm Chip Hardy.
Big Chip.
The Lewis and Hardy Show features celebrities from Music Row, executives in publishing, executives in A&R, all sorts of interesting characters, musicians, singers, and in addition, we have musical guests. Every show,
musical guests,
of which Benjamin Olson will be featured in one of our upcoming shows.
Hold on, I haven't worked out that part of the contract yet.
But not tonight.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll get that worked out.
Yes.
We'll definitely get it worked out. Well, Rodney, it's definitely been cold in Nashville. It's been frigid here.
How frigid is it?
It's almost as frigid as when Jimmy finds out that we need to recut a track.
Oh my goodness. That's fun.
And it's almost as frigid as Devin Bell in high school on a date.
Oh my goodness.
Clarify, Devin is from Alaska.
Baked Alaska.
And it's almost as cold as the reception that I got on Music Row when I was pitching Ben and Rod's song.
Ouch! Ouchie.
Wow. Tonight, our Music Row guest
Dream Crusher
will be Cherie Spoltore from NSAI, National Songwriters.
Hell yeah.
And our musical guest will be Joshua Adams and his band.
And his mighty band.
Stay with us.
Good show.
We'll be right back.
Big time.
And we hope you will too.
Absolutely.
I'm not sorry, Chip. No, I am sorry, Chip.
It's about time. Welcome back. Thank you, Ben. And we have from Music Row our special guest this evening, Cherie Spoltore.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
I guess I should stand. She's sitting. Trying to be a gentleman.
Oh, goodness. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Would you like something to drink?
You know, I think I might. Is this the actual infamous cups here that we're drinking from?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. I love it.
There you go. And what's in it?
Nothing. Can I have some? I'm thinking this is not great hospitality, but I'm going to go with the flow.
Well, what would you like in it?
No, I'm good.
It's television.
I'm good. This is television. We can go with it. That's all right. What's going on with y'all tonight?
Well, Rod could give you some of his.
We're so good.
Okay. Well, Cherie, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where you grew up? Why you're here?
I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, and my mom and my dad were singers and songwriters, so I come from a long line of people who are insanely crazy about the music business. My dad and my mother used to open up for Eddie Arnold.
Wow.
And a lot of the historical in the regional areas, Ray Price.
Fantastic.
And different ones. And so I kind of inherited this predisposition of insanity
All right.
for music. And then I was a singer-songwriter myself, just traveling and making a living and doing things that I love. I mean, music, you know, the same thing for you. That's why you're here. We all love the music business.
Exactly, we do, and that is why we're here.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Ben.
He's here just for his good luck.
Yeah. Well, he's from Green Bay.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he came down here to get work.
Oh, there. I don't know if that's working this week.
It's not working.
We just wish you'd have kept going.
Oh, no. I'm glad he stopped by.
It's not.
And I love my personalized song. I appreciate that. Great job. Don't let them make you feel bad about yourself.
Well, Cherie is with NSAI.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about NSAI, Cherie, what the organization does.
Sure. NSAI is a twofold organization. It's first all about legislation. And for those of you who may be watching out there, for the moment, unless you're earning an income, that may not seem that important to you. But if you're a songwriter and hoping to make a living doing what you love, our legislative work in Washington, we help to direct and guide the laws that govern how songwriters, creators are paid. And it's not just affecting just as a songwriter or a creator, but film, TV, and pretty much the copyright exports of America are the #2 trade business in America. So that's the very first foundation of what we do. And then secondly, we're educational. And that it means that we just try to equip and encourage people with information. And it's hard. You know, y'all work in the music business. It's really hard because there's not a cookie cutter, you know, one size fits all plan to help people create success. So we're just kind of like your partner, believer, supporter, trying to equip and to help songwriters, artists, writers, you know, just to have some guidance. I always say if you take experience, like you, how many years of experience do you have in this industry?
400.
Because you started when he was 4. He started when he was 4. Chip Hardy, infamous songwriter, I mean, he's great. But you take experience, partner that with enthusiasm, and usually you can create, not always, but, you know, a fairly good product.
Right. What are some things that you suggest to the non-professional writers that come in and play you material? What are some ways that, aside from telling them to just keep writing and writing more competitively, what are some things that you tell them, or maybe some things that you can do for them when they do get to the point that their music is competitive?
Well, think outside the box. I mean, a lot of people, especially we work in the publishing capital of the world, being Nashville, but we do at NSAI, which by the way stands for Nashville Songwriters Association International. We do, even though we're located in the publishing capital of the world, which is Music City, USA, we do work with every genre of music. But the thing I would say most is start right where you are. And I love encouraging people to get started. I mean, you don't usually jump from your bedroom, singing in the mirror in your bedroom or your bathroom, to a big stage. So start getting experience and getting your songs pitched and promoted. If you're simply a songwriter, the next Carrie Underwood is probably sitting in your hometown, or Christina Aguilera, or Dave Matthews, or whomever is probably performing in some club circuit right down the street. So I just really like to encourage people, because it's kind of like, you know how we hear, yes, this is where the crazy part comes in, where we hear the words playing in our minds and everything. I really believe that we receive information about our songs and what to do with them, and direction and opportunity, kind of the same way we receive a song. Sure. Songs are gifts, and if we are quiet enough, which is a challenge for me, as you can tell, then we receive that information that we need to kind of guide us. Right. Does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah. It makes, I hear many voices.
Okay.
In my head.
Hey,
yeah, lots of war voices going on around here in our heads.
So what would be your best advice for the new writers? That advice was excellent, but for somebody who is in Little Rock, or who is in Oklahoma City.
Oh gosh, y'all don't want to ask me that. Join NSAI.
Absolutely.
You know, people think of NSAI often as a great place to start, and I really feel like it's a great place to stay. We service songwriters at every level of development. From someone, I try not to get emotional about this, but there's nothing more I love than when somebody's bringing me their very first song. A lot of people on Music Row do not want to hear, trust me, your very first song. But to me, I just think of what courage it takes for somebody to drive from Oklahoma or from Little Rock to bring something that is a piece of their soul and sit across the desk from somebody who's a stranger. And they've left their hometown. They've left thousands of people back in their hometown with the same dream who never got off the couch. And they've come and they're playing me their first song. And so, you know, at NSAI, starting in with NSAI, we go with you and we partner through all the way throughout your career. Even we are fortunate to service people who are Hall of Fame songwriters that the world has forgotten. Because the truth is, if you have success, more than likely you're only going to get a turn. And so I really try to encourage people to get prepared financially, in every way for that turn, to maximize and amplify that turn. So join NSAI and other songwriter organizations. There's a lot of great, you've got to kind of get in, and I think everybody offers something different, and just see what is available out there and get involved and get networked and get prepared and knowledgeable. Talent is not enough. Having talent is simply good for you if you've got talent. I think that's great. But you probably are going to, I use this analogy sometimes. If you got a basketball player, and I use this because Bart Herbison, our executive director of NSAI, loves basketball. I know nothing of the game. But I found this, but if somebody's naturally, tall like Ben and handsome, 6'2" or whatever, playing basketball, he's got natural hand-eye coordination, and he's got some smooth moves that he's practiced.
Yeah, he's got smooth moves.
Yeah, Ben has got the moves.
None of the 4 minutes.
Y'all call us later and we'll hook you up. But it still takes a coach to become a champion. And there are a lot of great coaches in Music City. I look to Nashville. I think Nashville has some of the best teachers and coachers and people who are truly, their intention is to give, to help, and to guide of any city, not to exclude anyone, but maybe it's just because I'm the one that gets to see the nurturing, caring people go out of their way to help someone here. And so that's get started. Join www.nashvillesongwriters.com.
And Nashville Songwriters too.
Right.
I know I've had calls from you when I've been at publishing companies about writers that you felt like were ready or almost ready, and it's a great source for not only the networking, but also when a writer is ready, Cherie or somebody over there will make that phone call to get you in to see somebody. And
Chip was the best. He is awesome, and we were fortunate to send some great talent to him. And any company that you're working with to help, it's really, there's no guarantee of success. It's just about positioning you, trying to give you the greatest opportunity to succeed. But no matter what, look at, the different sites that's out here right now. We're at the Nashville Demo Studio right here behind us. Look at the sites and what they offer, because at the end of life, which, we're talking about the turn that you get, you know what? You leave yourself with no regrets, because you got nothing to lose by giving it everything that you've got. And you're going to meet great people. You're going to have a good time and get to see a lot and hear, get maybe sing with like Ben Olsen and these guys here and rock out. So, come have fun and come enjoy life. It's an adventure. So
it is an adventure.
Like this show.
Like this show. This show is definitely. Rod, are you okay over there?
I'm okay. I think I can make it through this. But
well, now we're going to move on to a little surprise.
Oh, great.
A little surprise for sure.
I always expect that from Chip.
A little surprise?
Well, never mind. We won't go there.
This part of the show
Yes.
is called Uncomfortable Questions.
Okay.
And you have to answer these questions truthfully.
Oh, we don't do that on Music Row. We lie.
Yes, see?
They do. Last time I was in a publishing house, I was sweeping floor.
So what does that have to do with lying?
I will do my best, but I might need something in that cup. No, it's all good.
Publishing house. Tell you what.
Okay, now these were prepared by our fearless leader, Jimmy.
Of course.
Okay.
Remember that
Great.
positioning me to succeed.
Now,
I'm
aside,
sweating bullets now.
yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, I need that drum roll thing. What is it?
Because they're
Yeah.
Jimmy's
Oh,
question.
shoot.
Aside from Jimmy leading NSAI,
Right.
what is your biggest failure in Nashville?
Oh my gosh, me. I'm like, I came to be a star, and Mike Sebastian didn't sign me,
Star.
you know?
You're a star.
That's what I'm saying,
Damn
man.
right, Sebastian.
I came to be a singer-songwriter, and you know what? I'm
gonna see that guy one of these days. I'll set him straight.
No, oh my gosh. Do I have to go through the entire list, you know?
No,
Here's the
not
cool
the
thing
entire
about
list.
failure. Here's the cool thing about failure. And every failure, even for those of you that are out here watching, there is no such thing as failure. You learn, you pick yourself up, you kick yourself in the butt, and you get back on and you do it. I will never forget meeting with Carson Chamberlain, my very first meeting in Music Row. And I went in and I totally screwed up I don't even think I talked about anything I wanted to talk about, because I noticed he was a father of twins and I had twins, and we wound up talking. And he was telling me about how one of his daughters was named after Keith Whitley and one of his twins was Whitley. And I'm bawling. And when I go outside and I get in my car, I have mascara tears like running down my face. And I'm thinking, you're trying to look your best. But, honestly, losing Jimmy was huge. I mean, you know that. So she's a great, she loves songwriters and she's very passionate. So I haven't recovered. Yeah, I haven't recovered from that yet. But, honestly, I don't believe there's any failures, and that every step, even when it seems like it's challenging at the moment, takes you right to where you're supposed to be, including Jimmy. And so there you go. She's here with you. I've left her in good hands.
Yeah, she is here. All right, and we have to remember where these questions came from.
Jimmy. Mm-hmm.
What would you rather listen to? This is not coming from me. Nails on a Chalkboard or Toby Keith? Now, I value my Music Row connections, and so that's.
I'm going to say I would rather hear Toby Keith. Go Moore, Oklahoma. My daughter lives in Moore, Oklahoma. My son has seen him. Actually, he's a loyal person at the Sooner OU game. So cool. And my friend Joey Floyd plays the fiddle for him as well as for Willie Nelson. And so go Joey, go Toby,
Jeez.
Rock on.
Just nothing worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
I know.
Toby, if you know what, if you can sell it, there's something we can learn from that.
Of course there is. Okay, question number 3. On most days, what or who is the biggest pain in the butt for you? And I know what Jimmy is fishing for.
Me.
On most days, what is the biggest pain in the butt for me?
Right.
I don't know what she's fishing for, but probably the endless ringing of the phone. And I hate to say that because I need the phone ringing all the time, but I'm also trying to be an operations manager for an organization, and sometimes that phone ringing constantly, and yet that's what we all work for here at Nashville Demo. So you work to get that phone ringing.
That's exactly right.
That probably wasn't what she was fishing for, though.
No,
what was she fishing for?
But that's I don't know.
Who the hell would know?
And I do miss my own writing. That's kind of challenging sometimes. Here's something that's a little challenging, is when you're listening to someone's song and you really love, and they've got these moments of greatness in it, and you really can't, be co-writing with them or anything. But there you go.
Right. Because there's just not time.
Because there's just not enough time. I know you hear those too, being the songwriter that you are.
I do. Yep, I sure
But y'all didn't ask me what I thought about Tim Hunzy or Mike Sebastian.
Well, no, wait a minute.
We don't care about them.
I love Tim's hair, though. Wait, y'all are in for a real treat.
Yeah, well.
What, did he shave his head?
No. Well, that's what Rod was going for.
I was trying to get my hair to look like
that is the
Hunzy's,
number
but
one key to success, is to have the Tim Hunzy look.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not there, man. I'm not there. And I'm trying. He's younger than me, though.
His head will never get through the door if he sees this.
What does Jimmy have in store for me next?
The last question is, and it's very Jimmy-esque.
Okay.
What is Music Row's problem anyway?
What is their problem anyway?
Wow.
Jeans and flip-flops. That's their problem.
Wow.
Dudes wearing jeans with flip-flops. Could you make that stop?
I don't know. The first meeting I went to, I remember the guy was in hiking boots and like camping shorts, and I was there in like a little suit thing like you are today.
Yeah.
And you know what? It didn't work for me like it's working for you.
Right.
I don't know about problem. The industry as a country and as a nation, all of us are faced with challenges. But I do think that we have to really look outside the box. And look for creative solutions for our problems. And we got a ton of them. We have on Music Row, wherever, if you're in Oklahoma, if you're in Little Rock or whatever, all of us, we last year called over 6,000 of our members personally, just to encourage them. And like everyone else, things aren't, all dreams come true on Music Row, and we've got a lot of challenges and things to work out. One of my personal desires that I would like to see is that really being creative and looking for solutions. And we have a ton of creative people, and we often, myself included, so I'll speak only for myself, we get in a box of having to create results and having to create a profit because it keeps everyone in business, and yet creativity usually doesn't fit in a box and in a structure in and of itself. And so it's kind of that blessing curse for all of us to work within that, because the bottom line is profitability and creating successes, because you guys probably hope to feed your families, you know, doing what you love to do. So if y'all have any suggestions for us, please email Jimmy about how to fix Music Row. I'm sure she'd love to hear those.
She would, yes. And one last question.
Okay. Is it one I get to ask you? Name just one of your hit songs. Just one.
You write songs?
Uh-huh. Chip Hardy.
Chip.
Publisher and songwriter. Name just one of your hit songs.
For years.
I know he has such a long list, it takes him a moment to think about them all.
Well, he's got so many problems.
Well, my first radio record was
Right.
a song called The Next Best Feeling.
Wow.
And it was by an artist named Mary Kay Miller.
Awesome.
But probably anything anybody might know would be You Put the Blue in Me, Hanging Around, and Pins and Needles.
Oh, yeah.
Now, speaking of The Next Best Feeling, your first one, there's no feeling like getting that first cut, is there?
And hearing it on the radio.
And hearing it on the radio.
Yeah, well, it wasn't my first cut, but
Right.
but hearing your song on the radio for
Right.
the first time is definitely.
Was it worth all the problems and challenges and everything?
Oh
To
yeah.
get, there you go. There you have it, folks.
Sure was. It sure was. Last question, confessions.
Okay. Confessions.
Anything you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I did a demo years ago for Tim Huntsey. He was working for Hamstein Publishing at the time. I had just arrived in town, and although I'd sung for the president, President Clinton in his first inauguration, and although I had traveled and sung for thousands of people all over the United States, I was never more terrified than to sing one little song in Tim Huntsey's office. It was just he and I with the microphone in the corner. And that is my confession. How about that?
Oh,
That's really that's
a good one.
That's good though. That's a good one. That's good. That's really good.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, Cherie. Well, thank you for being
Hey,
here.
thank y'all so
And,
much for everything you do for songwriters. We really, really
Well, thank
appreciate
you
it.
for
Thanks for the
everything you do.
opportunity. Hey, you rock that suit.
And
And I
we'll
hope I
be
can get out of
right-
this, or this will be my most embarrassing moment.
We'll be right back, hopefully, after a brief message from Jimmy with our musical guest, Josh Adams.
Joshua!
Hi, I'm Jimmy Whitelaw with the Nashville Demo Studio. Recently, we've adopted a platoon of Marines who have been deployed to a remote location in Afghanistan. While the U.S. military supplies most of their basic needs, there's still a lot of needs that they have that aren't being met, and they depend on supporters like you and me to help get them through their deployment. We've committed to sending a care package once a month, and if you'd like to be a part of that, you can go to our website address. It's right here, www.nashvilledemostudio.com/platoon.htm to make a donation or to get our main mailing address where you can send supplies. We look forward to your help, and God bless America.
Welcome back. We're here with Joshua Adams. Joshua's going to play with his band for us in a little bit. Josh, tell us a little bit about your music. Just looking at you, I would guess that it's probably not Merle Haggard.
Well, it's kind of like dance polka
Yeah?
with a twist.
Yeah.
No, we do. My band and I are on the road a lot doing a modern rock.
Okay.
Everything. It's in the vein of Soundgarden meets Finger 11 meets some of the newer stuff is kind of Nickelback with a dance edge to it. So, but it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Rod.
Cool.
And yeah, so they're just considered modern rock, I guess you would.
Okay. Where are you from originally, Josh?
Born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in St. Augustine, Florida. So they're very two different
Yeah, two different
areas.
cultures.
Yeah. So, but it was a great place to grow up, and moved to Nashville, I guess, about 3 years ago.
How old were you when you moved to Florida from Brooklyn?
I was little, like just started kindergarten, first grade.
Okay, so you don't.
And then, but I visited New York quite a bit. So,
Right.
so-
Right.
And I still have family all over up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to hearing you.
Well, we're looking forward to playing.
And we'll be right back with Joshua Adams and his band.
I wonder what Jesus was like. I'll ask Chip.
I'm sorry, Chip.
And you should be.
You do, making me want to, hands all over you till I feel your belly breathing in and out till dawn. Who cares if it's wrong? On and on and on, break me down until we're freaky. You're begging me to come, I'm begging you to stay. I never knew you'd be the one to make me break. You were the girl next door, now you're my little whore. I love the way that you're the one to make me break. I love the way that you're the one to make me. Following each curve right up past your skirt, swallowing each word, nothing's ever tasted sweeter. Looking up at me, kneeling at my feet, feeling your heartbeat. You're begging me to come, I'm begging you to stay. I never knew you'd be the one to make me break. You are the girl next door, now you're my little whore. I love the way that you're the one to make me break. I love the way you say, baby, the more we play, the more I crave to break me down, down on you. You're begging me to come, I'm begging you to stay. I never knew you'd be the one to make me break. You are the girl next door, now you're my little whore. I love the way that you're the one to make me break. I love the way that you're the one to make me break. I love the way that you're the one to make me break.
It's time now for a segment called Wood. If it was morning, this would be morning wood. But it's evening, so it's evening wood. Thank you. Well, Rod, we've come to the end of the first Lewis and Hardy show.
We did, sir.
Do you feel like you're at the end of it?
I do feel like I'm at the end of it. Yes, sir.
Did you get enough to drink?
I did, sir.
Okay, good, good. And you think you'll recover by tomorrow morning?
I think I will. It's been a long show, sir.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
And Ben, have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Chip, I've had a great time.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Are there any parting shots, Rod, that you would like to take, or
Not really.
no
No,
insults, or
Not on the first show, Chip.
Okay, Ben, have you got?
You know, I think the two of you have done a bang-up job.
Well, thank you, Ben. Coming from you, that's a mediocre compliment.
It is, at best. What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
But anyway, we've enjoyed being here. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We hope you got little tidbits of information, at least, that will be helpful to you as songwriters. And we'll see you very, very soon. Good night.
Good night!
Chip and Rod have said all they're going to say, and now it's time to go home.